Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm recording this video a little bit late. It's like 5:30 p.m. for me. I just got home not long ago from going to town, lots of busy stuff, and I said, you know what, let me jump in and check a few things that's happening regarding the fusion and my account and all of that. Now, I just want to give a heads up. Next week, I'm due to have a surgery on Tuesday, so I might not be posting for a few days, obviously while I'm in the hospital or after I come back. So just, you know, a little bit of a warning if you see like what's happening, why am I not posting. I'm not quitting, still going on with this challenge. But I came in and I looked, okay, we have the tournaments for the Tholin Fusion, we have the champion training, which obviously started yesterday. I really wish there was the legendary skill book over here. I would have gone crazy. Without a legendary book, I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy on this. I'm just gonna do my usual stuff that I have to do for my progress missions and then ignore it afterwards. Then Spider Tournament, same thing, like, okay, the 4-star chicken might be interesting, I might be doing some of it, but again, as long as it coincides with my goal of getting to Ultra Nightmare, which might not coincide with that. Okay, then we have Classic Arena starting tomorrow, so no, nothing too crazy over there. But then we had a surprise. We have the Coalition event. I'm not gonna go over this one. This, I think, would need a dedicated video. I would need to like really go over it and look a lot. I really hope that the whole community gets here. I need that book. But obviously it's still like a lot of quests. There's the top 100 players, which get some interesting rewards as well. Obviously, if you're not one of the spenders, you're not gonna get there. Plus, kind of seems like only top 10 get some rewards. Everything else doesn't really matter, right? It's mostly bragging rights. Also, OGKC. Shout out to OGKC, one of my fellow clanmates. He was always a beast. Well done. And yeah, again, let me know in the comments down below. Do you want me to make a video on this? Because with my account, I'm just checking the quest, and then maybe I might be trying that event dungeon as well. See what happens, see what I can do. But from what I've seen on YouTube, just randomly, it looks bloody hard. So we're gonna see about that. But let's continue about the Tholin Fusion, Tholin reaction. So I'm gonna leave the juicy one at the end, right? The Summon Rush. But let's look at the Dungeon Divers. Obviously, if you see these points, you see that why is it so much lower? Same thing for the tournament for me as opposed to what you have. It's all because it depends on the account level. If I'm not mistaken, especially for most tournaments, but some events as well, you have lower points requirements up until level 15, I think even a little bit higher. It kind of depends on your account level. Because obviously, if you're somebody that's level 60 or 70 or level 100, you're going to be able to put up a lot more points. Your account is going to be a lot more progressed than somebody that's low level. Unless obviously the person that's low level is an Ultra Kraken that just bought gear packs, bought heroes, they really farm, therefore didn't really advance the levels, then yeah, this might be the same. But this one, honestly, if I would have wanted to do it, I think it would have been easy. Like, as you can see, I'm slowly getting points just by doing champion training stuff. So it kind of seems par for the course. Now, this is the thing that blew my mind, right? So I kind of said yesterday when I went over the fusion calendar, I said, this fusion looks easy. Well, guess what? Plarium said, fuck you, it's not easy. There you go, 6,100 points to get the epic. Like, we know that this has been happening. This was one of the reasons that, you know, I personally always ranted about, or I always said that this is just stupid, like this is disgusting what they do. But has this been the same? Like, let me know in the comments down below, because again, I quit back in December. Ever since I quit, did it keep going up? Because as far as I remember, the highest was like 5,400 or something like that. And it was like an ultra broken fusion, or was it 5,900? No, I think it was around 5,000 something. Now they pushed it to 6,100. Honestly, from my point of view, people should not get it. Even if 3,500 for the rare is just too damn high. It's just too much. Like, come on, Plarium. What the hell? Is there so many more shards coming from places in the game that I'm not seeing? This is pretty much the equivalent of pulling 12 sacreds, right? 12 sacreds and 5 ancients. That's what you need in order to get this one. You know, let's do a little bit of math with everything else, since we're kind of talking about this, because this is insane. So the sacred side of things, we saw 12, but let's see. Let's split 6,500, split that by primals, which nobody should really pull primals unless it's a 2 times or some other good stuff. You need 30 primals, right? Or like 30 and a half, I guess. Let's say 31. That's quite a lot. If we're talking about voids, you need 51 void shards, which again, that's too much. And then obviously if you look at ancients, which is kind of the lowest, 305 ancient shards. to get that epic, right? Which would make the fusion easier. Is it really worth it? I don't know. Like, I'm gonna look at the progressive chances as well, but this just seems insane. Obviously, if you pull mystery shards, good luck pulling 6,100 mystery shards for this. It's just mind-blowing. This just, it's too much, Plarium, too much. Just stop. Get some help, Plarium. Now, let's look at the progressive chance, because maybe that what's happening during this one, it might be worth it, right? So, let's see, okay, we got the new one. We got the Graco's Turndrake. From what I've seen, his kit looks interesting. Can ignore defense, heal. AoE head that puts decreased defense and block buffs can be really good. And then AoE increased defense and block damage. This is really amazing, right? This one's a really powerful kit, especially because it goes down to 1 turn cooldown. Obviously, you would have loved this to be on it for 2 turns, but still, even for 1 turn, there could be some quirky stuff that could be done with this, right? Like, I'm not sure. You know what? Could this actually replace, or maybe not replace, you would need a different hero, but could this be a variation to use instead of Demeter for an unkillable team? I'm really curious if the big brains looked at this or if they tested, because they could be awesome. But I think the problem is, does he gain turn meter? Because if he doesn't gain any turn meter, then that might be something worth looking into, right? And if you get him, he could be really cool for that. But I don't see anything with turn meter. He could be a replacement for Demeter, even though Demeter does bring that buff extension that makes it work. But I'm quite sure there's something to be had with this one. Then the next one, Feral, which we know. Feral is just amazing for Hydra, decrease speed, block buffs, decrease accuracy, increase resistance, perfect veil, and one of the best passives in the game. He's obviously awesome. Then we have Uko again, AoE decrease attack, removes buffs, puts block buffs and decrease accuracy if they have no buffs, and then also AoE revive with increased speed and a cool passive that can steal stuff, plus obviously speed in all battles. This is really good. Then who else? Okay, Dune Herald Zaharis. I've not personally seen this guy before. What does he do? Okay, steal turn meter, debuff spread. Before attacks applies buff spread. Okay, steals buffs, buff spread, and puts block buffs and block active skills. Can be interesting. Intercept, okay, and block debuffs and increase speed. He sounds like he has a really good kit as well. Again, more speed. I think kind of the theme of this one is block buffs from what I'm seeing. And obviously, Lady Kimi, we know, decrease turn meter, decrease accuracy, decrease speed, increase accuracy, increase speed, and block buffs if she removes buffs. Cool passive. And then Epic's Ugo, I think it's Elisnia. Right, Elisnia, and then Phoenix. So I guess the poll seems okay, but not somebody that would make me be like, go crazy on it, now really worth it. It's really worth it. And then Voids, obviously Supreme Gaelic is a monster for Hydra for stuff. He's though part of a free legendary, is a promo code. Tormin is kind of like power crab, but still has some playtime in live arena, I guess, against fast teams. He's not as good, unless you're really missing somebody like a Warcaster to do a 2-to-1 ratio on killable team, not really worth pulling. Basher is just not worth pulling. And then this guy, Thady, I think I looked in the past, he seems like he has potential, but I'm not sure he's that good. Again, block buffs decrease speed, good for Hydra, but okay, decreases the cooldown, I forgot about this. For 3 turns, this can be really good. And so they all seem good, right? That's the thing. There's so many good ones, but is it really worth pulling on these progressive chances where you're definitely not guaranteed because it just goes 15, 20, 25? I've heard cases when people pulled 5, 6 legendaries and didn't get a progressive one. I've heard people that pulled over 15 epics and didn't get the epic. So these are just bait, these are just traps and not really worth it. So all in all, what the hell, Plarium? I think it's too much. Like, again, I've not personally watched videos to see how good he is, or like if he's good enough to, you know, from people at that server that tested him, his damage, but I would personally not pull 12 Sacreds or like any other equivalent to get the epic. I would just try to get to 3,500 with pulling a few, but even this, it's 7 Sacreds. Like, come on. I don't know, it's just too much. Maybe I'm just being too harsh, but I don't think, you know what, the fusion is good, but I don't think people should go too crazy. At least don't grab the epic, grab the rare, or maybe pull some voids, maybe get another rare, and then you're good to go. But I'm gonna leave it here. It's just, as always, shame on you, Plarium, because, you know, you have to do your stuff. That's pretty much my opinion on the matter. It's just Plarium doing Plarium things, and one of the reasons why people quit, because they're just too greedy, right? To ask for too much for stuff like this. But anyway, thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.